First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahashim, Yahawashi, Bahashim, Qadash. Double honors to our teachers, the apostles, and elders of Great Millstone. Much respect to the brothers laboring worldwide in truth and sincerity. Salutations and blessings to the hopeful elect, believing on the words of Yahawah, Bahashim, Yahawashi. It's your brother Dawada here in the church of Birmingham, Alabama, coming at you with another lesson, and Lord willing is edifying. The title of this lesson is going to be Adultery is a Sin unto Death. Alright? And around our neck of the woods, you had this Jake get unalive. And the circumstances behind him getting unalive was that he climbed up a balcony to reach this certain apartment. Alright? And this woman told him basically to come up the balcony so they would avoid, being seen by the ring camera, And the guy living there, her boyfriend, came home early from work and caught him in the bed, man. He pulled out his pew, alright, which had a switch on it, and he switched cheese this nigga, man. Okay? And guess what? This spirit is growing in the planet Earth, man. The spirit of justice, basically. Now, it would have been righteous if he would have unalived the woman too, But I had this video and an article, just going into the details of what happened. All right? I'm not trying to profit off this video. This is for educational purposes only. So let's play the video.
Video won't be that long by any stretch of your imagination. I just wanted to come on here and talk about this sad situation that transpired in Alabama. Birmingham, Alabama to be exact. If you represent that 205, drop down in the comments and just simply put 205. I love me some Birmingham. When I used to live in Mississippi, I used to be in that neck of the woods all the time. But anyway, we have a 23-year-old male by the name of Robinson, who came home early from work and found his girlfriend in bed with a married man by the name of Demetrius Beverly, and he basically put some holes in him because that man was in his house violating his space, violating his girl, and things of that nature in his mind. I don't think that she felt violated because she was bold enough to bring a married man to the house to have intimate relations with him, but nevertheless, this young bull felt like he had to do what he had to do. Now, Demetrius Robinson was a local football coach, so very popular and well known in the area, and it's just a sad situation all the way around. Now, as far as the thoughts that I've been seeing passed around on social media as it pertains to this issue, it seems how they feel about this is being split down the middle. You have some people that feel that Demetrius got what he deserves, basically going over to this man's house to sleep with his woman and being caught there. And then you have other individuals that feel like DeCorleone went too far. He could have taken a different avenue, maybe fight about it. But I'm thinking to myself, you run the risk of getting beat the hell up in your own house after this man just got finished digging out your girl. Now, I'm not here to say that Demetrius should have been deleted either, but I'm just thinking about, that too. I mean, come on. But anyway, what I want to do right here is play you guys a few clips of people talking about this, and then I'll be back to give you my 2 cents.
Before Omega XL, I lived with a lot of pain.
And that's why I created Omega XL. Pain is manageable.
Do you have an old or damaged roof and you're looking to finally do something about it? We're real to Alabama weather with
Do right here is play you guys a few clips of people talking about this, and then I'll be back to give you my 2 cents.
Y'all not gonna like what I'm finna say, but I'm gonna say it. If you get caught in another man's house with his wife or his girlfriend and he unalive you, that's nobody's fault but yours. If you don't know what's going on, a coach out of Birmingham, Alabama was unalived after he was caught in another man's house with his girlfriend. 23-year-old Robinson is in police custody after he caught this man in his house after he got off work early. And if you ask me, he should be a free man and his girl should be locked up. Because she was the accomplice in this. She was the reason it happened, and she was the initiator, man. I don't care what nobody say. Y'all say y'all want a man that's gonna protect his house and his home until he protect his house and his home. If I pay bills there, lay my head there, ain't no man finna come in there and disrespect it. It's a sad situation, man. And all on my timeline, I'm seeing girls saying, he shouldn't have did that to him, though. He shouldn't have did that to him. That man shouldn't have been there. She shouldn't have been letting another man in their house. It's always...
And that's something with Jake, man. They don't understand judgment, man. You know? He shouldn't have been there. Bullshit. Or Slocky, he shouldn't have did that to that man. Bullshit. Yes, he should have. You know? And he should have got caught up in that judgment too. Let me get this real quick. What is that? Proverbs 28. Yeah, you see by the reasoning of these goddamn Babylonians that they don't understand the judgment of Yahawashi, man. Talking about he shouldn't have did. He should have did more, man. Okay? Yeah, Proverbs chapter 28 and verse 5. Evil men understand not judgment, but they that seek the Lord understand all things. So that was righteous judgment that God did, man. Wasn't nothing wrong with it. You know, that's righteous in the eyes of Yahawashi. You know? Now, play a little bit more of this video.
He's an escape route. That man had a wife and a kid at home. And he a coach at a high school. Okay? He had way more responsibility on his shoulders than running around trying to sneak and get some boom boom. We gotta start saying this stuff for what it is, man. That 23-year-old, hey, I ain't gonna say he handled his business, but he did what he had to do. And if you ask me, it was a crime of passion, nothing more, nothing less. Arrest that girl. Arrest that girl, man. Because without her, none of this would even happen.
Did y'all hear what happened in Birmingham today? Did y'all hear of a man that went to his sneaky link house and got pew-pewed by her man because he came home early from work? Let's get into it. I know this sounds crazy, but this is real, and this is real sad. So 39-year-old Demetrius Beverly went to his sneaky link house to do what sneaky links do. You know, now some people say he got a call while he was at work and somebody told him another man was in his house and he clocked out and went over there with a quickness. And some people said, you know, he just popped up. Regardless of it, I could just imagine how he felt when he walked into that house and seen his girl get her back blown out. Like, that is terrible. Sound like a crime of passion to me. But this city up, y'all. And to make matters worse, you know the streets be talking. They say 39-year-old Demetrius Beverly was married, so he over here hopping balconies to get into his sneaky link house to cheat on his wife. Oh my God, his poor wife.
Yeah, Jake fucking reprobate, man. He voided judgment. You gonna climb up balcony to commit adultery, man. This is Jeremiah chapter 4 and verse 22. It says, "For my people is foolish, they have not known me. They are sottish children, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge." Right? That nigga hopping up, goddamn climbing up balconies, you know, to sleep with another man's wife, you know? And you wonder why, you know, you got to unalive, man. Well, guess what? The judgment of Yahawashi is going to start raining on you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. That was just plain out fucking wicked, man. Let's continue.
I don't even know what she going through right now. So many different opinions, but here's one comment saying she should be charged as an accessory to the murder. And here's another comment with a different view. It says, if you have to climb up a balcony to get some pussy, nigga, you asking for trouble. So you knew that was that man's house and you still decided to play with fire. Man, just be single and you don't got to worry about all that. You gonna get in.
Yeah. You climb up another man's fucking balcony to avoid the ring camera. And when the man come home, he unalive your ass. Man, that's justice. That's right, man. You know? And Jake Again, void of judgment. This is Hosea, just a reprobate. Hosea chapter 4 and verse 1. Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel. For the Lord have a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of the Lord of the Most High, Yahawah by Yahawashi in the land. Right. If these people really knew the true nature of the Heavenly Father's only begotten Son, they wouldn't act out. They wouldn't be in that YOLO mindset, you know. They would actually give a fuck. It says by swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out and blood touches blood. And that's what happened, man. Blood touched blood. Okay? He went in there and switched cheese, this guy. All right? It was blood touching blood. And why did it occur? Because of adultery. Okay?
Up for playing with people. So let me know what y'all think, because it's crazy. Granted, that man ain't had no business at no sneaky link house, and he whole married with kids. Do y'all think that girl should be locked up? Y'all ain't gonna be able to prove that was a crime of passion.
Yeah, that girl should be unalive too, man. Let's go to the law. Leviticus chapter 20 and verse 10. And the man that committeth adultery with another man's wife, even he that committeth adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and the adulteress, shall surely be put to death. See that? Yeah, that's how we kept evil away from Israel, man. When something like that occurred, guess what? They will be brought to a public square and stoned to death, if not set on fire. Okay? Again, and the man that committeth adultery with another man's wife, even he that committeth adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and the adulteress shall surely be put to death. Right, you're going to be surely put to death, man. Okay? And these judgments of the Lord are being made manifest more and more. You paying attention to the pulse in the earth, the Lord is doing things, man. Okay?
Because the Pum had a switch on it. Now, hopefully I got all this information correct, because, baby, I just went down a rabbit hole. So I ran across this picture right here on the Book of the Faith. Now, the way the person had posted on the Book of the Faith, they made it seem as though he walked in and he caught his dude in the bed with another woman. Like, that's what I got for reading the post, y'all. But that's not what happened. So this is what happened, y'all. Allegedly, this dude got off work. He went home to his woman who he been with for the past 6 years. When he got there, she was in the bed with another man. He grabbed a Pum that had a switch on it, unaliving the man. And it's being said that the man that was in the bed with the woman, he have a wife. So he was over there cheating, y'all. Now the alleged...
No, he wasn't per se cheating. You know, if he was sleeping with a single woman, that wouldn't been adultery, man. All right, but he was sleeping with a married woman. They had been together for 6 years. All right, you can say that they wasn't married, but guess what? Sex, when you have sex, that's marriage. All right, whatever you people want to say. All right, and that's why our Lord Yahawashi said this adulterous generation. You know, everybody sleeping around. You know, and that's why diseases are rampant in this bitch. Okay. But yeah, if he would have been with a single woman, unmarried woman, he wouldn't have been at fault. It wouldn't been no so-called cheating. You know, what the so-called white man want to goddamn push for. That monogamy bullshit. She's gonna say you can have more than one wife. You know, but she got to be single. She can't be another man's possession. And that's why he came in there. Okay? Hebrews chapter 6 and yep, verse 26. For by means of a whorish woman, a man is brought to a piece of bread, and the adulteress will hunt for the precious life. See that? She invited that dude over, told him to come up the damn balcony And guess what? The boyfriend slash husband came home and unalived this nigga. And truly and righteously, he should have unalived her ass too. Okay? This is Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 32. But whoso committeth adultery with a woman, lack of understanding. Yeah, this dude ultimately lacked understanding. Okay? You put yourself in a situation to be unalive, man. Alright? It was just a matter of time because you felt so fucking at ease. You were really content and didn't think nothing was gonna happen. You in this man bed with his woman, you know, but man, and you just that's why the Lord got your ass. But whoso committeth adultery with a woman, lack of understanding. He that doeth it destroyeth his own soul. You see that? And that's what happened to that guy, man. He was put to death. Okay? Proverbs 6 and 34. For jealousy is the rage of a man, right? And that's what happened. He was enraged. This guy been working, taking care of the house. The girl probably wasn't working herself, man. You know? He was footing all the bills. You know? Probably getting disrespected. Probably getting shit talked to his ass by and shit. You know? And eventually the Lord had him pop up and tap out her fucking sneaky leak, her adultery, right? It says, for jealousy is the rage of a man, therefore he will not spare in the day of vengeance. You see? Yeah, he ain't spare that nigga in the day of vengeance, man. So that's what he is. This weak ass goddamn culture that promotes adultery. You know? Tupac with the bullshit. These certain R&B singers. What's this fuck nigga? Mr. Take Your Girl. Man, Lord gonna unalive a lot of you motherfucking adulterers, man. This is the book of Deuteronomy. Chapter 22. And verse 22. I'm going to start at verse 20. And I'm going to just get to the point. Verse 22. It says, if a man be found lying with a woman married to an husband, then they both shall die. See that? Let me read this again. If a man be found lying with a woman married to a husband, then they shall both of them die, both the man that lay with the woman, and the woman shalt thou put away, and the woman, so shalt thou put away evil from Israel. See that? Yeah, people was in fucking fear, man. You got caught committing adultery. Alright? And the penalty was death. That's why in this time, again, our Lord Yahawashi said, this adulterous generation, man, we hoping to have our sins pardoned. Okay? Because again, adultery is a sin unto death, man. Alright? Now I got this article. Real quick. Just want to get a couple of highlights about it. It says 23-year-old charged in deadly domestic shooting of beloved Birmingham coach. And that's another thing us brothers notice. They try to big up this nigga, man. This nigga sitting here committing adultery and you trying to big him up. You know, he was a good guy. He was a God-fearing man. No, the fuck he wasn't. Alright? It says a 23-year-old has been charged in the fatal shooting of a beloved Birmingham high school football coach. Right? It says the Chlorian Keshawn Robinson is charged with unaliving in the Wednesday night slaying of 39-year-old Demetrius Darnell Beverly. It says Robinson is also charged with unlawful possession of a machine gun conversion device. And I believe just through the spirit, if he ain't had that device on there, that switch, you know, he probably wouldn't have been charged, man. All right? Because again, you how do I know you're not a fucking robber? You know, you in my house. It says Birmingham South Precinct officers responded shortly after 9 p.m. Wednesday to a 911 call of a person shot at an apartment complex. And get this, the woman that was committing adultery, she was the one who called the goddamn police, man. Again, if in all righteousness, he should have put her ass to death too. It says police went into their apartment, found Beverly unresponsive in the apartment's bedroom. See that? Fucking nasty nigga. See? Lord got that nigga, man. It says Beverly's father said his son was visiting a female friend. You ain't gonna visit her in the goddamn bedroom, man. Fuck out of here, man. Late at night, 9 o'clock. This man at work. See? These motherfuckers don't slack it. These they void of judgment. They reprobate, man. It says Beverly's father said his son was visiting a female friend, was shot multiple times with a Glock switch by the woman's boyfriend. Beverly was pronounced dead on the scene. Yeah, this the adultery. And guess what? The Lord gonna have that manifest more and more, man. Okay? More and more. See? Look at this. Friends and families are mourning Beverly's loss. He was a loving, caring father, brother, son, husband. Said his father, Antonio Cook. He was just a good guy. No, there's none good. Alright? Well, yeah, man. You see it, man. That's enough on that. Let's get this. This is the book of Exodus. Straight into the point. Chapter 20. And verse 14. Thou shalt not commit adultery. You see that? Thou shalt not commit adultery. It's simple. It's plain. The Lord had to reiterate it 3 separate times because Jake hard-headed as hell. Alright? And this is just another way that you see Jake hard-headed as hell, man. You basically go climb up a man's balcony, probably to the 2nd floor, come in through the sliding door, go into the bedroom, sleep with this man's wife, have sex with this man's wife, and when the man come home and pew, now the man who pew is in trouble. This is a backward ass kingdom, man. But you commit adultery, guess what? The Lord gonna off your ass, man. It's just that simple. Okay? That's gonna be it for the lesson. Lord willing, it's been edifying. I give all praise, honor, and glory to Salam. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Rawchaa, Qadash. Double honors to our teachers, the apostles, and elders of Great Millstone. Till the next time, Shalom.